Welcome back. So Ancient the Saint here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today's topic, we got the Raphaim. They were described as an ancient race of giants in the biblical text. And there was again war at God. And there was a man of great stature who had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, 24 in number, and he was also descended from the giants. And right here you'll see the sons of Rapha. Zoom in right here. Raphaim. That's Rosh, Pe, Aleph, Yod, Mem. Right here, as you see, the Raphaim. This is even a depiction of David holding up Goliath's head over here. Let's put this into English. Ghosts. Ghosts or spirits. Eloah, Eloah, lama sabachthani, which means, my God, why have you forsaken me? Now you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with anything? Just give me a minute. He is quoting Psalms 22. And then later on in the passage, we actually get a reference to the strong bulls of Bashan. So check this out. This is where it gets very interesting. Deuteronomy chapter 3 starts off with the defeat of King Og of Bashan. Here in verse 8 it says, "So we took the land at that time out of the hand of the 2 kings of the Amorites who were beyond the Jordan, from the valley of Arnon to Mount Hermon." And Mount Hermon, famously, in the book of Enoch, is where the 200 sons of God, the B'nai Ha-Elohim, the children of heaven, touched down on earth. This right here is where it's going to make sense with Jesus on the cross, referencing Psalms 22. Because after Jesus is crucified, he descends into Hades and he defeats the rulers of the underworld. This is the Dictionary of Deities and Demons in the Bible. Check this out. Bashan. Hebrew, Bashan. The Ugaritic, Baton, serpent. The Akkadian, Basmu. Let's go up here. Look, you'll see the Rephaim. They talk about the king, the mythical king, King Og. But over here, it says this guy, Albright, interpreted Bashan as serpent, the nickname of the Canaanite god Yamu, the chaotic serpentine monster, given its apparent parallelism with Yam in Psalm 68. This is Isaiah 14. This is where we get into it. Check this out. Let's go down to verse 9. Sheol beneath is stirred up to meet you when you come. It rouses the shades, the spirits, the ghosts to greet you. All who were leaders of the earth, it raises them from their thrones. All who were kings of the nations. The Raphaim will rise from their thrones to greet you in Sheol. That's what the Raphaim were. They were the dead kings. This is talking about the underworld. This is ancient mythology from the Canaanite peoples, right? The Ugaritic texts, a lot of them talk about this. All of them will answer and say to you, you have become as weak as we. You have become like us. Your pomp is brought you down to Sheol. And the ghosts, or spirits. The sons of Enoch, the Anakim, Nek, a giant people around Hebron and Philistia. And now, just to drive my point home, I want you to see this, because this is like mythology. This is legendary gods and heroes and heavens and the underworld against each other. This is, like I said, this is some of my very favorite subjects to go over when talking about the Hebrew Bible. So this is Psalm 68, what we were talking about with Bashan. It says, "Let God arise, let his enemies be scattered, let them also that hate him flee before him." It says, "Let the righteous rejoice before God." And then it says, "The earth shook, and the heavens also dropped at the presence of God. Even Mount Sinai itself was moved at the presence of God, the God of Israel." And so down here, "The kings of armies did flee. And when the Almighty scattered the kings in it, the hill of God is as the hill of Bashan, a high hill as the hill of Bashan." So what you have is the mountain of God versus the Mount of Bashan. Genesis 6 states that there was Nephilim, giants in the earth in those days, and also after that. So who were the Raphaim? They were the mighty warriors of renown, the heroes of old. This is so ancient. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I will circle back to this topic. I love it. If you have any questions, if you have anything to add, drop some knowledge in the comments and let me know how I'm doing. Thank you for your time.